Hello, the internet. It is Thursday, the 2nd of March, 2023, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to the everlasting series on how to, or the process involved in upgrading from fiber to the node to fiber to the premises, under the program from the NBNCo where this happens for free. For those that don't know, I've been documenting this process from the moment this suburb was listed as a suburb that's fortunate enough to be eligible to apply for this free fiber upgrade. And we're now, I believe, 4 videos in, or 5? 4 or 5? I think this is video 5. Either way, I'm going to put a link to the playlist up there if you want to watch from the beginning to see how we got to where we are now. But I have news, and it's not good news. So last we spoke, there was needing to be done some extra work by the NBNCo at their expense because of issues from their point to, so from the node to the premises, not the copper conduit lead-in that we're going to run from there to the premises. The one before, the bit before is what the problem is. Now that was meant to happen on the 24th. It's now the 2nd of March. So the update is I rang the ISP. So that's how you trigger this. You've got to ring your ISP and ask for this upgrade. So all the correspondent, you'd never deal with NBNCo directly. You always deal with the ISP. So I rang my ISP, Aussie Broadband, and I said, so where do we stand? What happened? And the gentleman said, look, I'm going to go in and have a look in the notes and I'll get back to you. So he puts me on hold, comes back. He comes back and he says, unfortunately, I've got more bad news. After that assessment and that work was done, there now needs more work done. And these are the words, I jotted this down. The wording is, complex mediation is needed. Not mediation, remediation. I did have mediation there, but I remember I wrote it wrong, but I thought I remember. I didn't. Complex remediation works is needed. Alternative engineering, there is a high level of complexity, and at this stage, no further updates are available. So NBNCo have corresponded with Aussie Broadband, and they've said, we attended the site and we did what we thought we needed to, but it now turns out there is complex remediation needed. There is alternative engineering needed. There's a high level of complexity to have this done. And at this stage, we don't have anything further for you. No further updates. So I said, well, what does that mean? Like, what do I do? And he said, well, my advice would be call back at close of business Monday next week. So today's Thursday. So Thursday we had all day today, all day Friday, Saturday maybe they work, I don't know. Sunday they definitely don't work. Get rid of Sunday. Monday. So that's 4 full days of work that NBNCo could be doing on this alternative engineering. And I'll call them at the end of business on Monday for an update and see what they say. The reason this is concerning for me at this particular stage is that, okay, so it's not about a time thing. Like, I'm not doing this to be the first one to get fiber in this community. But as a live streamer, I have a very dire need for an always-on line of light fiber connection. I've been struggling with my 4G. I got to tell you this too. During the time that they've been working out there, the 4G has been patchy too. So I think that there's work being taken place at the tower. Could that be right? Or why would my 4G has been disconnecting a lot lately? Is there any connection there? I don't know. Or any no connection? But what I was going to say is that during this period that we've been documenting this, I've been keeping up to date with one of our community Facebook groups. And there are people on that group that have already got fiber and are already using it in this suburb with no issues. Yet here, complex remediation is needed, and alternative engineering with a high level of complexity. Complexity? I've been saying complexity. Yeah, the city needs complex. It's complexicity. You know what I'm saying. You know where I was going, and I was getting it slightly wrong. I'm a little flustered. I'm a little frustrated, but it does give you, I mean, it does make these videos better because there's more to talk about. There's a bit of drama, a bit of conversation. If this process was just like you upgraded from fiber to the node to fiber to the premises for free, and you followed the process, what was that, 2 videos worth, and then it's running? I would like it to be that way, but the fact that it's not is also kind of cool because we can have this video conversation every now and then. How long this will last, I don't know. So I don't even have to be here when they come out to do this complex remediation, high level engine, alternative engine. I don't have to be here for that. They do that shizzle and then they report back. And then, this is what I understand from the last time we spoke, then they will book the actual appointment for the NBNCo to run that fiber from their complex remediation, alternative engineering, high level of complexity. They'll run that fiber into the premises. That's when I've got to be here for that. That isn't even a date yet because we're not even at that point yet. So it could be a long while is what I'm thinking, what I'm hoping. I just want a good fiber connection. Just a reminder too, why am I so hell-bent for fiber? Not for the high speeds, even though I told you we are going to go for the high speeds just to see what they're like. I'm more about always on. Once it's connected, there's no quality of service. There's no, oh, that dropped out for a second. It's on. As a live streamer, you're sending packets of data upward all the time. And you need a constant good bit rate. You need a constant always on internet. And that can only be provided with fiber to the premises. I know a lot of the countries in the world already have fiber as mandatory and as the way it should have been, or the way it has been. That's how it should have been in the first instance in this country. But if you want to explore the reasons why we don't have fiber, or some of us do and some of us don't, there's definitely enough videos on YouTube to document that crap. I don't care for the discussion of that. We're at 2023. The government has finally realized that it should have all been fiber. They're slowly giving it out to premises. If you're on a suburb list and you're waiting, my advice would be to keep checking the NBNCo website because they are updating suburbs constantly, or not constantly, in batches, and you could be lucky. And then if you are lucky to be on that list, then you'll have to go through the similar process that I've been going through. So that's the reason I'm documenting this, mainly for my own sanity and my own sort of timeline, but also for someone else that finds their name on, or finds their suburb name on that list, and then they're like, well, what do we do from here and what can we expect? Well, this could be the worst case, or not worst case, but this could be a bad case scenario, or not a straight up scenario, a complex scenario requiring alternative engineering with a high level of complexity, not complexicity. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this video and if you've enjoyed this ride, like the content, so hit a little smashy on the thumbs up button. Share this video out with any of your yahoos that is going for the fiber upgrade. They might need this more than you know that you needed it. And subscribe, yeah, subscribe to the channel, or fundamentally subscribe to the freaking channel. And I'll see you yahoos on the next upload, whenever that is, ideally from a fiber connection. Shit.